Y'all be playing with fire. I done seen way too many videos of y'all girls getting into altercation with men out in the streets. And instead of you getting away from said man as quick as you can, you got your phone out going back and forth with him, right? Antagonizing him. You already know you dealing with something that's crazy and unhinged. And instead of be quiet and getting away from them, you sitting there engaging and going back and forth. One thing about me, I ain't going back and forth with no man. I'm absolutely not going back and forth with a man who I already see is unhinged and likes to argue with women, because I just know how quickly it can escalate into something terrible, right? And just because I got survival skills, I'm not even going to allow it to get to that point. As soon as I realize this man is crazy, I'm going to exit stage left as quick as I possibly can. I ain't got nothing to prove. That's a lot of y'all problem. A lot of y'all always got to have the last word. You always got a point to prove. Instead of shutting up and getting away, you got to go back and forth with him to prove something. It's never that serious. It's never that serious, because you know what? If he do something to you, you'll never get to post that video that you're recording of y'all back and forth interaction. And this is why a lot of black men be like, this is why they don't protect random black women, because y'all put yourself in dangerous situations and then want protection. If you are out here arguing back and forth with somebody crazy, and then you want some random black man who ain't got nothing to do with the situation to come jump in because you couldn't shut up and leave, right? Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. I know one thing: no black man in my life, my daddy, my brothers, my uncles, my cousins, they better not ever in their life jump in because some girl don't know how to shut up going back and forth with some random man that she already know is crazy. Right? You putting yourself in harm's way and then want somebody else to jump in harm's way with you because you don't know how to de-escalate the situation by leaving and letting that person have it. A lot of y'all are not emotionally intelligent. You don't have any survival skills and you're impulsive. Y'all need to do better, because every time I see one of these videos, I'm scared for y'all, because I'm just like, you can't be stupid enough to be sitting up here going back and forth with this man and you.
Hey, I'm TJ, and this is Life Lessons. The reason why I'm blessed to be 58 and wise, or older and wiser, is because God protected me when I was young and foolish. And that includes thinking I could go toe to toe with a man. Yeah, I did it. I did it. Yeah. So, and it's funny because my 81-year-old aunt, who you know I've spoken about, said the same thing to me a few years ago, again, because she was a force to be reckoned with back in her day, but now age and wisdom set in and said, realize how much of a fool, how foolish that was. Okay, so I had not spoken about the viral situation that happened with, I think what her name is, Duchess Dior and the Frenchman, because I didn't even know anything about it. But when I saw that video, the last video that they made, I kept saying that we women sometimes, we don't realize when we need to stop talking. We don't realize when we are playing just a little bit too much, or pushing the envelope just a little bit too much, because she thought she was just, for entertainment. But again, if you know who you're dealing with, you should know how far you need to go. And sometimes we just don't. Or we do and we think they won't do it. So if you do that with somebody you know, what and you know what they're capable of, why would you do it with a man that you don't know? Or a man, even if you do know on some level, it has demonstrated that you might not want to go there. My husband is the most, he's a gentle giant. My husband's a gentle giant, but even gentle giants have their limits. So when we're having discussions, or vigorous discussions, okay, or spirited discussions, I know when I need to stop talking and maybe we should revisit it. And I know my husband would never, never, never. Because he's not that. Again, he was the kind of man that grew up, you don't hit women. That's how he was raised. But I know when I need to stop talking at that moment. And see, there were times, even with my ex-husband, there were times I probably should have stopped talking and didn't. So Dana's saying the absolute truth. And there's nothing weak about shutting up. It's emotional intelligence, is recognizing social cues. That's something even in job interview processes and job evaluations. Recognizing social cues. And I'm really saddened by that. And since before y'all say, well, they were ghetto, it could happen with anybody. Anybody. Like I said, I don't consider myself to be ghetto. I can be that, but I don't consider myself to be. But you just heard me say. Because see, we think they won't do it. And like Dana said, you're so busy, most of y'all, youngins, because see, Gen X, we don't do stuff like that because see, we had life before recording stuff. Y'all so busy recording the event, never considering the fact that you might not live long enough to post it. I'm just going to leave that right here. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.